previous videos, I identified the human being as an interceptor of meaning. Today, I would like to add that every word we think and produce is located within an invisible space called hyperspace. A realm devoid of physical dimensions, yet endowed with vectors of meaning, attractors of sense. These are zones where the collective field of knowledge, the etymological root of consciousness, bends and curves. We are not creating an artificial construct, nor is this the mere reflection of my mind observing itself. If only it were that simple. I will attempt to define coordinates within human thought based on what I am able to intelligere, to comprehend through inner perception. Words are vectors, not a harmonic or aesthetic sequence of letters in succession. They are geometries of thought in representation. The field of forces within which they operate does not obey the criteria of our known physics, and it is here that we are asked to make a further effort to understand what I am truly speaking of. It is easy to imagine the distance and gradients between the concepts of power and truth. Well, these two terms operate differently within the same semantic hyperspace, simultaneously inside and outside the individual. Just as sounds have specific frequencies, words possess different degrees of semantic density, and the mind perceives this as a weight of meaning. Every thought, acting as a mass capable of bending semantic hyperspace, generates a term which in turn is attracted and enunciated according to an attractive force comparable to gravity, though acting on other and subtler scales. The human mind is a tensor field of meanings. Neurosynaptic circuits are influenced by this and are continuously reshaped through the neuroplasticity of the human simulation organ we call the brain. From this vantage point, opposites exist only within the erroneous coordinates of the individual's own semantic hyperspace. Understanding is therefore the scalar product between semantic vectors. Communication then can never be perfect. The only true form of perfect communication is silence, the cessation of all externalization of inner states. As long as there is a need to communicate, there is a need. This is where I operate. In the annihilation of need, that is the only path toward freedom. Every mind exists within its own specific deformation of the same field. Thus, truth cannot be regarded as a single point, but rather as a zone of convergence between the topologies of meaning of the entities involved in communication. This in turn generates resonance and understanding. This is what the ancient philosophers called logos. The emergent meaning is therefore equal to the function of the observing consciousness, the language employed, and the duration of observation. To achieve this, one must observe words until they dissolve, and by doing so long enough, meaning reveals itself naked before us. Within the realm of sense, every word is born inside the universal field of meaning. When we decide which words to use, we are deciding which parts of ourselves to activate.